Hey everybody, hey y'all, and welcome to the Simple Life blog. Yes, that is my theme song that I wrote and produced. Simple Life blog. Of course, you know I did it all for under so many dollars. Cause I'm not a rich woman. So how's everybody doing? And those of you who have never heard the Simple Life blog before, actually the Simple Life blog is about me. It's my blog. I just love things simple. I love doing things simple. It's not that I'm simple-minded, because I can be complicated and difficult if I wanted to, but I choose not to go that route. I choose to go the route that would prolong my life, that would give me longevity, that would give me results, that would give me production, that would give me good seeds that I can sow and reap. So that's just me. I don't know how anybody else does it, but I've lived a hard life all of my life. And so now I'm 41, and I'm to the age where, it's just all good. Whatever happens is going to happen. But anyway, today I'm giving you my best and my worst of 2017. My best and my worst of 2017. Now, this is just some of the things that I picked out to highlight, and all the time I just try to help others. If I have something that I've been through, I just try to experience it. I just go through the experience and share it with others in hopes that, maybe you won't have to go through this. Maybe you can learn from my lesson, because my lesson was not easy at all. I'm trying to tell y'all, it was not easy at all. So, 2017 was actually a great year for me. It's been a great year. I can't complain. I did not complain. 2017 opened my eyes to so many possibilities with God. It opened my eyes to so many things that people do and say, and it opened my eyes and pushed my limits to what I could do and say and how I felt about me. 2017 was just a time for learning and preparing for me. I guess it was preparing for me for my 2018 year, because during this whole time I've just been learning and preparing and building myself up. Sometimes if you don't have as much money as you like, you have to find alternative ways to build yourself up and to stay educated on what's going on in the world today, what's going on with you, your health, your children. I have children, so I have grandchildren, so you have to, just keep yourself up however you can. And for me, I'm spiritual, and so my spiritual side really kicked in like never before for 2017. Seriously, it was like, wow. So my focus in 2017 was relationships. I really focused hard in 2017 on relationships with family, friends, and also romance. Romancing the stone. Y'all, I'm a lover. Point blank, I'm a lover. And so my focus for 2017 was those relationships with my family, friends, and like I said, romance. I had a cool Carolina romance, y'all, that was so hot. Woo! It was so hot I had to walk right away from it. But, I learned my experience as far as with family. I learned that family is going to be family always. That's your bloodline. But at the same time, even though they're your bloodline, you got to have boundaries. You got to know where to set limits. You got to learn how to say no without feeling guilty about saying no. You got to learn that even though they're your family, you still are accountable for what you allow people to do to you. So that's what I worked on in 2017, was speaking up for myself and holding myself accountable for everything that I'm letting in and outside of me. Now, friends, I learned that I had some bad friends. Oh my God. I had some good, some bad, but for the majority of it, I really just kept a small circle. I didn't really try to get close to anybody. I was just in my own little bubble, because for the simple fact is that God will isolate you from people. And this is your learning time, because every time I went to people, whenever I just needed someone to talk to, it seemed like people would somehow change the subject to them, or either they would, just not be focused on what I was saying. They wouldn't be paying attention. So I learned that friends, I just had to learn that sometimes you're going to have to go through seasons where you don't have friends in your life like that. So that was my 2017 lesson on that. Now, as far as romantic relationships, oh my God, I had one of the best relationships ever, but it just wasn't worth it. I mean, the guy was good and all that, but it just wasn't worth it. So that brings me to my best of 2017. So my best of 2017 was I was in a relationship and the guy was good. I mean, he was good. He was like everything that I wanted in a man. The problem was wrong time. It was just the wrong time. He always stayed busy. At least that's what he said. He was busy. But I knew in my heart that that was not going to work because I knew in my heart that for the first time I had felt love. For the first time I had felt love, and I just had a ton of compassion, and I just was forgiving. And I had never been like that before in none of my relationships. I've only been in 3. That was my 3rd relationship. But I never had the heart that I had in this relationship before. So I experienced love. So that was the best part of it all, was that I experienced what it was like to not be jealous over somebody. I experienced what it was like to just really love and put yourself out there without, without really worrying what tomorrow's gonna bring or anything like that, and just doing from the heart itself, and not holding grudges or anything. I experienced all that. It was a wonderful feeling just being kind and knowing that I could step up and not have to worry about, trying to hold on to everything I done. What is called is trying to keep records of everything that I had done for this person or everything that they done for me. I was so happy that for the first time I didn't have to say he said, she said, nothing. I just took the relationship for what it was. That's what I did. And when things got too bad, when things started getting off course and bad, to me, it was when I started feeling myself like, something isn't right here. We went from, having all this good fun and stuff and helping each other to barely talking to one another. I knew then it was time to cut that loose because whatever fire we had, it went out. Whatever fire we had, it went out. And I got really close with old boy. Old boy was like in my life for 4 years. 3 of those years before we even had the relationship. So, and we got really close, but we were better friends than lovers. We were better friends than lovers. So that was a clean break. When we broke up, we decided together that, the time wasn't right and that we just needed to hold off on things. And that was like the best thing ever because I was able to get out of a relationship, to end a relationship check this out, without feeling bad, without holding on to grudges, without being mad, without fussing and fighting like I had been used to. I didn't have to do any of that. All I had to do was say what I had to say and let that be. And that was like, to me, the best feeling in the world, that I had just broke up with somebody and was still able to have my life. Now, did it hurt? Of course it hurt. This man been by my side from day one since 2013. He had been by my side since then. And all we did was just really be there for one another. So yeah, it did hurt. And that's part of the reason why I had a lot of stuff that went on in 2017. Because I went through a period of depression. I went through a period of mourning. Because, anytime you break off any type of relationship, it's a death there. Something's coming to an end. But that's the only way something new can begin, is for something else, something old, to come to an end. So when something comes to an end, yes, the tears were there at nighttime. The tears were there when I was by myself, and I had to learn how to be on my own. I had to learn everything all over again, how not to text him when something was going on, how not to, get excited and text him every little thing, or, try to meet up all the time and stuff like that. So yeah, I had to go through all of that process of feeling that pain of ending that relationship. But still, even though I felt that pain, it was still a goodness about it that I was just thankful for with God. I was thankful for one thing, that I didn't carry this thing out like I had did before, because I was in a previous relationship, and let me mention this. I was single for 7 years before I entered into this relationship. For 7 years. And before then, I was in a relationship for 15 years. And I knew the second year of that relationship that I was in it, that relationship wasn't for me. But I messed around and stayed 15 years because I didn't know how to just speak up and get out of it. Because I was young. I was in my early 20s. And I was with an older man. He was way older than me. He was like almost 20 years older than me. So I didn't know how to come up out of, that bad relationship. I stayed there 15 years too long. And so I was able to identify that this wasn't going the way that we both had thought it would go. And so we did a mutual agreement that, hey, let's just remain friends. And that's how I spent. So that was my best of 2017, was that I finally got a chance to feel what it felt like to love. And also during that time, y'all, I wrote a lot of songs. It seems like everything that was going on, I would write a song about it. And there are actually some beautiful love songs that I wrote. And hopefully I can play them on the keyboard sometime on here. I will play it on the keyboard sometime and let y'all hear it. Because y'all do know Simple Life Blog is all about me and what's going on in my life. So I wrote this one song. It was like, let me see. Can I remember what it says? Oh, yeah. Here it goes. They say that love is what we need, and trust is what we need. But without it, we got nothing at all. Oh, it all. But if you want me to stay, can't be acting in your kind of way. Oh, it's gonna take a miracle. Said it's gonna take a miracle to make me stay with you after all that we've been through. Yeah, but anyway, it goes something like that, y'all. And my voice ain't exactly all that today. I gotta plug this charger in too. Yeah, but anyway, I wrote a whole lot of songs. I'm just gonna really sell them and stuff. I'm not gonna sing them myself. I'm just gonna sell them. Now, the next best thing that happened to me out of 2017 was my new show that came out. I had 2 shows that came out. The Midnight Love Garden on iHeartRadio, and also Kiva Advancement. My Kiva Advancement class came out on iHeartRadio as well. And, both of those shows, even though I was in a bad place, feeling bad about the breakup, and, you're going to go through those emotions.